So, okay, this first game I want to talk about. No, I'm gonna save that one for later. I'm gonna start with this game. The first game I want to talk about is Planet. Planet is by Blue Orange Games, designed by Urtis Solinskas. Nailed it. And the artist is Sabrina Miraman. So this is in the line of Blue Orange Games that they bring out like one of these a year, it seems like. It's just kind of a bigger, super stylized, a bit gimmicky at times, but always fantastic. The other one like this is Photosynthesis, which they put out, which was about growing seedlings into trees by utilizing sunlight, and it was amazing. I love that game. This isn't similar to that, not in any sort of gameplay, but in theme, where you are actually building three-dimensional planets. Each player has a 12-sided ball, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's roundish. And each it's dodeca. What's the word for 12-sided figure? Yeah, is that right?
I think so. I don't know.
I've heard that word, but does that mean 12-sided thing?
Ooh.
I sound like an idiot right now.
You're fine.
Anyway, okay, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so but on each side there is a magnet disc on it, and the game has a bunch of tiles that are 6-sided, that are 5-sided. Man, I really should have looked at this. Was it last episode where I couldn't decide anything? Yeah, now it's happening again.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, and so then these pieces, which have different types of terrain, no, they're broken up into different triangles, which have different types of terrain, and the different types of terrain would be like water or desert or forest or mountain, and maybe a couple others. But the tiles would have these on it, and you would actually stick them on the 12-sided ball thing. It's a very visual game. Just look at pictures of it. And so but the game underneath this potentially overly gimmicky thing is actually fantastic. There's also a deck of cards which represent animals, and these animals are looking for specific types of terrains. And they are terrain. The plural of terrain is terrain, right? Yeah. I said terrains. This is not my smartest episode today.
You gotta go back to school.
Fine.
You gotta go back to school.
I gotta go back. What is wrong with me? Okay, so and they're looking for either the planet that has the most forest, let's say, but forest that doesn't touch mountains, or this certain animal wants to go to the planet that has the most snow. Okay, snow is another one. So everyone's kind of fighting for this, and they see the game takes place over 12 rounds, because each round everyone's just going to put one tile on their planet, and they will get the animals that are there. If no one claims an animal, it will move on to a future round. So people are trying to vie for these animals, and it can be pretty mean. Mm-hmm. Like, I could be working for an animal for like 2 rounds, like, okay, I'll just work for this. But then you don't really see that someone else is working for it, and they will end up taking it because they have like one more section of that terrain type, and so they barely beat you. Oh man, this game is so good. There is so much thought behind this, and the visual aspect, and trying to wrap your head around what terrain needs to be by what terrain, but not by other types of terrain. And you're just trying to do this. It's not a long game. A game probably takes about 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to teach and just kind of get into. But I was not expecting this much game within this. I was expecting, some game, because it does look kind of gimmicky, but man, there's so much there, and I'm just excited to keep playing it and playing it more. Each game has felt different. I've only played it a couple times right now, but it's one that I definitely want to play more. Have you played this one yet?
Nope, I've seen it in stores, and it's always looked interesting, just because again, it looked like you're kind of rolling this big giant like die thing of an Earth, so it kind of looks like an Earth and everything, but. Blue Orange, when I hear Blue Orange now these days, I kind of feel like they're it's like a more family experience game. I mean, I definitely dig the art and stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily vibe out like, kids game, probably more so family friendly. What intrigued you about Planet? Why did you end up getting it?
It's one of those things, a dodecagon, by the way, is a 12-sided figure.
Nice.
Or shape. That's a 2D shape. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go with that. A dodecagon. That's not right. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna do research between as you talk, and then I'll just blurt it out.
All right.
So, what intrigued me? Honestly, the gimmick is what pulled me in, and I don't feel like I have something like this game. Even without that gimmick, those mechanisms can be used in other aspects, and I don't think I have anything that really fills that same hole in my collection. And honestly, it's just that weight of game that is not too heavy, can be played with another couple in an evening, that you're just kind of hanging out and not taking it too seriously, and you can still have food and talk and not worry about it going too late. I just really love that weight of game.
Cool.
And it's just, yeah, that's what it is. And so I do recommend it. If it seems intriguing to you, check it out. There are copies all over the place right now. It's definitely not hard to find. I definitely say try it before you buy it. For me, I just bought it without trying it, because that's what I do.
That was my next question is, was it a recommendation, or was it just something that looked cool on the shelf that you needed to try?
I saw it on social media channels, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I went to go check it out. The quality of production is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
Like, the cardboard connected to the magnets is super sturdy. The actual planet itself is good hard plastic, and the magnets are strong enough, not like super strong. You just have to like put them on and take them off and things like that. But like, I could drop it and not be super concerned about it. So like, meaning like the pieces falling off or anything like that. So it's just good quality. It's just a great game. It's not super expensive. I think MSRP is like $35.
Yeah.
It is 4 players. It'd be nice to have more, but that would mean like a bigger box type thing. But anyway, yeah, it's a good game.
Okay. Could you play this game with your kids?
I could play it with my 7-year-old.
Okay.
He would get super frustrated,
which
I'll talk about in my next segment.
I was gonna say like, yeah, family friendly, like,
yeah.
planet.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna see whether that would be more up his alley.
Yeah.
Did you play with your wife or no?
Yeah.
Did she like it?
She did, and she wants to play it again. We were drowning in barf the past few days, so we hadn't had a chance to play it more. Our kids got sick.
What is this board game? Oh, okay. It's like Drowning in Barf. I was like, I haven't heard of that board game.
It's a new game. It's designed by my son. It's try and clean it up before he does it again. It's a dexterity game.
Yeah. Did you? Never mind. We'll talk about it after the stream. What was I gonna?
Anyway,
now I get. Was he sick? You got a flu?
Food poisoning.
Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry.
It was a crazy weekend. That's not the right sound to make after that barf. Anyway, Planet by Blue Orange Games.